Hello, sir. My name is Ketan Kumar Patti, and my student ID is 2277973. Today, I am going to give you the presentation about the supply chain operations preferences under each stage of the product life cycle. In this presentation, I will go through the theoretical background and the product life cycle and their different stages. And at the last, I will see some references. Okay, so let's get started. First, we look at the theoretical background. Supply chain management indicates the flow of goods and services from their procurement to final delivery. The life cycle of a product refers to the stages by which a product or service goes through from time to time, from its introduction to a market to its exit. The product life cycle is the stage by which the growth and development of a product or any service are measured on the scale of time. There are four stages. Here we can see the first one is introduction, the second is growth, the third is maturity, and the fourth is decline. The first stage, that is introduction, that refers to the initial stage in which the product is being launched or introduced in the market. The next phase is growth, where consumer actions toward the any product is observed, and based on those responses and feedbacks, decisions are made in terms of pushing and pulling the product into the market. The third stage is maturity, where the sales slow down and indicates that the product has reached market saturation. The last stage is decline, where the sales start to drop due to the multiple reasons, like a change consumer behaviors and change in the technologies. Having significant adequate knowledge regarding the do's and don'ts in each stage of the product life cycle is very important to formulate the proper supply chain management strategy that produce the desired outcomes. If we move forward, so this thing is a supply chain management flow, and I have selected the industry. This is manufacturing industry. Supply chain management in the manufacturing industry is responsible for facilitating the transfer and transformation of raw materials. Effective supply chain management ensure the timely arriving of time materials and living of final products. In this context, the manufacturing industry has been selected to evaluate the supply chain operations preferences in the context of each stage of the product life cycle. Uh, the supply chain management of a manufacturing company is one of the most significant segments on which the organizational productivity and performance depends. Particularly in the manufacturing industry, supply chain management determines the start point and the end point of production. Maintaining an informed and secure flow of operations within the organization in an organization is required in order to ensure productivity. And the manufacturing industry's SCM, that is supply chain management, involves multiple segments of operations. Here we can see the wheels, that is a supply chain management flow, and the elements are shareholders, sales and product development, procurement, suppliers, manufacturing, warehouse. The next is logistic, and the last is consumer. If we look at the first phase, that is the initial stage. In this stage, that includes the product launch, effective marketing for product recognition, conducting market research to measure the consumer response, and we will see some examples. This stage of the product life cycle is the introduction stage. In this stage, the aim of the organization is to launch the product very effectively. Thus, the marketing becomes the very most important. part of the supply chain management. And the focus of the supply chain is redirected to conducting consumer analysis and market research to measure the consumer's response toward the product and service, and also how much the product is appreciated, loved, and successful in meeting their demands. That also becomes the highest concern. So the product like business intelligence software are currently in the introduction stage, and these are the cloud computing services that are also continuously developing, upgrading according to the consumer's demand. If we move forward, the second phase is growth phase that includes the market development and increase the supply of raw materials and production to meet consumers' demand, collecting consumer feedback for product development, and finally examples that is wearable technologies and electric vehicles. This stage is the growth stage where the focus is to increase sales by increasing production. Thus, the supply chain operations that are priority shift to improve raw materials supply on time, production, and errors that is occurs in the production and logistics. And the demand in markets is high, thus the rate of production has to be high. To match the consumer's demand, marketing in this space only focus on seasonal and special offers. And apart from increasing sales and production, market surveys are done in this stage to track the progress and market competition. And identifying the consumer needs and designing the product and services accordingly to those are also shift to the top priority in this supply chain management. And examples that is wearable technologies such as wireless Bluetooth headphones, smartwatches, and many other, and electric electric automobiles are currently in their high growth phase. We can see like a Tesla, and they are in the high growth stage. Okay, this third stage is a maturity stage. The product maturation phase includes market retention, reducing production as sales start to drop, target market shift due to increased competition and less demand, and examples that is Apple and Amazon. In the product maturation phase, the product reaches market saturation. That means the sales drop compared to the initial phase, and the market competition becomes intense in this phase. And thus, the priorities of the supply chain shift to strategies of market retention. The production rate is reduced, and the rate of innovation, development, and modification increase at the time. Apple and Amazon are two leading companies that are currently in the stage of maturation, where there is a stability in their target market. The maturation phase is the longest, and the aim is always to reach the product maturation. As in this phase, the profit rate becomes the stable and entirely depends on the trust and reliability on the existing customers. Um, Supply chain priorities shift to product development and logistics to provide the maximum consumer satisfaction. And if we move forward, the fourth stage is decline phase. And the things is the product decline phase includes product termination, pulling out the products from the market, and we will see some examples. The decline is the last stage of the product's life cycle, where the cells start to drop and a need of extracting the product from the market occurs. In this phase, the priorities of the supply chain are stopping production and selling the last stocks that we have in the warehouse and somewhere. And in this phase, the most organization try to change the market segments to gain profit from the remaining stocks they have. Um, Warehouse and logistics are two major focused operation of these fields, and the products like typewriters and telegrams are in this phase, as these have no demands in the market due to being replaced by advanced technologies. As we have many things, we can send PDF files to the any person, and we can also text messages to any person. So it's a very most powerful way for communication. So these things are now replaced. And finally, we have this reference list. Yeah. So pre-reviewed articles, journals, and relevant information from the authorized website have been considered here. And the particular information is referred reference to the particular articles throw in the text citation. And Harvard referencing system is also followed for this task. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.